I was trying to record a video to share with you all based off of something that I was just doing. It's been on my mind because for the next mentorship video, we're going to start talking about it's going to start touching on order blocks. So order blocks have been on my mind. And this morning, I just took a trade based off of like order block theory. And I was doing a video. You can hear me here. I thought I was saying something there. I'm thinking what I want to do. I'm thinking what I want to do. Because the position was over leveraged. Because I was supposed to have on like MES, and then I was going to try to take it off at that high, you know, and then I was just going back and forth. It was just really frustrating me because I was on the wrong instrument. But now let me break down what I was doing. This is the video that I was trying to record. I was like getting uber frustrated. Okay, so that's the video I was trying to make. Now let me go in and explain what I was talking. Because like I say, order block theory been on my mind because we're about to get into order blocks in the mentorship. About to start studying order blocks. Order block theory gets deep. It gets deep, but once you understand it, it's sort of simple and very effective. So if you got your note taking instruments, take the notes out. Take out the pens and the paper. Y'all already know how I feel that the entire market it runs off of market maker buy models and sell models. And everything about ICT's algorithmic theory is like it's interweaved like a big web. So if you understand what to look at, you can find some amazing opportunities. So just looking at where we are now, right? Looking at where we are now, how price is moving. This is a 15-minute chart right here. This is a 60-minute chart right here. All right, so 60, we came up, we came down into this hourly fair value gap, and then we rejected off of it once. We rejected off of it twice there, right? And then the NQ hit the daily low and rejected off of it, right? So initially, I was trying to get short initially. My initial idea was to try to get short and come down toward the low because the NQ had taken the low, right? And then I was looking at the divergence with the Dow, and the Dow was screaming up, right? The Dow was screaming up and the NQ was going down. So I was like, okay, the Dow may potentially make the ES struggle for that low. So I abandoned the short idea, right? Because it was just going to be a quick scalp of a short for a quick scalp of a long, right? And the scalp of the long, right? What I was doing was basing it off of order block theory. And the reason why, because on this 15-minute, right, we consolidated here, came down to an hourly fair value gap, and then started pushing back up, right? So I said, okay, let's go down to a 5-minute time frame and see what we're working with, right? So on the 5-minute time frame, right, this is the area of 15-minute consolidation. Push down to the hourly imbalance, and we're pushing back up to the consolidation right there. Okay, so now I wanted to get the short, but since the Dow was screaming, I said, okay, I'll take a quick long based off of order block theory. Now, here's what I was watching. We have, what tool do I want? Let's get the line tool. So after we hit the hourly high, we came up here. I mean, the hourly fair value gap, we came there. Right here, and okay, we're gonna make this interactive. We're gonna make it interactive. If y'all interact with me, I may record it. Are y'all gonna interact with me? Are y'all gonna interact? Oh, I already told the answer. I was gonna say, what is this right here? When we bounced off of the higher time frame PDub and we traded above that high right there, what did that give us? I already gave that away. Okay, so we got a bullish break in market structure after hitting the higher time frame PDub. Okay, and then we got this down close candle that ignited buying, right? This down close candle right here ignited buying there. So now we're anticipating this to act as what? What are we anticipating this down close candle to act as? Someone tell me. Someone tell me. Don't make me beg you.
Support.
Yes, we anticipate to act as support. And what type of support would that be? What would that PDub be? Right. We came to a level of, we came to an anticipatory reactionary point. We had a temporary shift in sentiment, meaning the opposite delivery, and then we broke above the high and opening price of that. So now what is that? What did I just describe?
Order block?
Yes. Got us an order block. We're anticipating this to act as an order block. Okay. So we're anticipating this to act as a bullish order block. And then, so we go up, right? And then if you look over here, we had us, we got a bearish order block on this side right here. So we got a bearish order block. Now, when we get on the opposite side of the model, I'm watching the opening price of the order blocks. No matter if they're bullish or bearish, it's all about the opening price for me. Right? It's all about the opening price for me. Once we get to the other side, let's back up. On this side, you're hedging, right? So when you see down close candles that spark a up move, it sparks the opposite, right? Then I'm focusing on the opening price on this side over here, on this side of the curve, right? Because I want to buy at this price, right? Because we're selling here. And when we go to the buy side of the curve, now I want to buy at this opening price. Buy at this opening price. Buy at this opening price for, you know what I'm saying? And it's all dealing with a market maker buy model and sell model. Now, it's not going to be every candle that you see, but that's the premise behind it, right? That's the premise behind it. You, on the sell side of the curve for a market maker buy model, the down close candles you're buying it'll be a reclaimed order block, right? It'll be a reclaimed order block because over here, let's just say Like here, for example, if you look at it right there, this is what I'm talking about. You come down, this down close candle spark buying. Now that's a bullish order block right there. So when you get to the opposite side of the curve, right, and we get up here, when it comes back down, you will be looking at this price to buy, because that'll be the reclaimed order block. Once we trade up past it, we trade up past it, get bullish, as price start come back down, that would be the reclaimed order block you'll be watching. All right, just like that. Now let's go into the 1 minute chart so I can break down exactly what I'm talking about. Let me make this big. This is our breaking market structure. We're on the 1 minute here. Once we came up at our breaking market structure, now that we on the 1 minute, let me do it again with stuff that's more fleshed out now. Okay, so came down. This gave us our breaking market structure right here. So now we're looking, and now we're anticipating us to, play out. We're anticipating it to play out. Here, let me get it in the screen. Okay, so we come up here, breaking market structure. We trade back down. When we look across from, we're looking at the areas over here, right? This down close candle right here, right? Let's come further back. This down close candle right here sparked buying, right? It sparked buying. Last down close candle there, price came down into that area there, right? Respected it, pushed down to this order block right here, right? So the order blocks are playing together, right? The order blocks are playing together. That's a good sign, right? Because we have this order block over here that we're reclaiming. Why? Because we're above it. We've closed above this old bullish order block right here, right? This down close sparked buying, right? Then this down close right here. It was a little buying, and we dropped, but we're looking at this one here, right? The bodies of the candles, all of that is respecting this reclaimed order block over here. This candle right here wicks outside of it, and where does it come to? Okay. The opening price of this down close candle right here, this order block, 51.91.75. The low of this candle right here, this 844 candle, 51.91.75. Right? So the order blocks are playing together. This order block, right? That reclaimed order block, this breaker block right here. Breakers are all part of order block theory, right? This breaker block, all of them, everybody's playing, all the order block theory PD arrays are playing nice together, right? So order blocks playing nice together. We push up here, come back into the imbalance. So we push up, right? We're coming up, we rip up, then we come all the way up here, right? Came into this area right over here on a high, let's see, on a higher time frame. What is that? That's a bearish order block. Right there on the 5 minute, we come into this bearish order block right here, right? And we start to push back down. What do we come back to? Right? That order block. Man, we said we anticipate this acting as a bullish order block. So we come back down and we respect the order block. Boom. It did exactly what we wanted to do. We hit it and we rejected off of it. Okay. Order blocks still order blocking. Okay. Order blocks are still order blocking. Now, did it come to this order block right here? Or did it come to the last down close candle that sparked buying? This is a hedge over here. This is a hedge of an order block. The big money is buying on their way down. So when you're looking at, and this is why I was like, it's not, it may be confusing right now because it hasn't really fleshed all the way out, right? But this is once it fleshed out over here, you see it came back right there. Remember when I drew that line right there on that candle? Now you see where it come back down right there. That's 41.95.25. The low of that candle right there is 41.95. I mean 51.91.25. The low of that candle is 51.91.25. Right back to that last down close candle that sparked buying on this side of the curve. Okay. Then let's go back into the 1 minute. That was here when we came back down into the candle. Yeah, right here. Came back down. We push up. And then you see right here, I have my entry price right there at 51.9875. This candle right here. Yeah, it wouldn't have got me because it went to the tick. I front ran it by 1 tick. So based off of everything that we were just saying, right? Because of the order blocks, we came down to the order block where we anticipated it to act as support. We pushed up, right? This down close candle right here sparked buying, right? After we hit the one that we traded back down, came into it, and then we pushed up with displacement right there. We got displacement off of that. We came back down into the order block, and then we pushed up, right? When we pushed up, now I'm waiting here at this opening price of that order block right there. Right, waiting there at this opening price of that order block right there, because it is I lost my train of thought.
Hey Tim, you don't hear that noise? What's that noise?
Oh yeah, I do. I that's why I'm losing my train of thought, because I keep hearing something. I keep somebody unmuted, and I keep
Callio's not muted.
Okay, mute Callio. I keep looking around because I keep hearing noise, and I lost my train of thought. I can't remember what it's gone now. Okay. I remember now. So the order blocks playing nice together. Remember when I was like, did it come to this imbalance or did it come to this order block? That's a little trick that I do sometime when I'm trying to figure out which PD array price is reacting to. So when I'm studying the price while it's moving live, I noticed when we came up, when we hit the order block we was anticipating, we pushed up. Oh, and if you, a little trick, when you got your magnet on over here, if you hold, see how it's snapping to the stuff everywhere it go? If you hold control, it stops snapping. It won't snap. If you hold control, it turns the magnet off. And when I let control go, see how the magnet is blue again? Hold control, it turns the magnet off, and it'll stop it from snapping to the thing. So when price came from the order block, we pushed back down, right? And then we had the displacement up. Man, we talked about that, right? So we got our imbalance there. When we came down into this order block, right? Before I really started studying order block theory and studying price based off order block theory, I would attribute this move down right here to this order block, right? But once I really started to study order block theory and did a deep dive into studying the price and watching order block theory, if you notice this candle's low, right? Where does that candle low take us? Let's get a line and draw it. If we click on that candle low and we pull it over here, connect the dots, la la la. What is that? The opening price on this down close candle that sparked buying is 51.9750. The low on this candle right here is 51.9750. This pullback came into that reclaimed order block and pushed back up. So when price started coming back down right here, guess what I wanted to do? I wanted to buy off of this order block, right? Because this move down right here reclaimed that order block, right? This order block hadn't even done its job yet. This move was reclaiming that order block. This move right here was coming back to the order block. That's why I was trying to get long at 51.9875. And since I anticipated it to go to the tick, right? Because if you notice on all these, they've been going to the tick of the opening price. I front ran it by 1 tick because I know if it comes to the tick, I may not get picked up. So I put the order at, as you seen over here, 51.99 even, 1 tick above that order block opening price right there. And it came down to the tick to that order block, got me, there's the little arrow, picked me up there, and then start to go back up. And I was targeting that high right there. Now I was initially supposed to be going in with micros. I was going to go in with it said I could do 8 micros. I was going to do 5 micros, and I was going to scale them out, right? I was going to scale them out. I would have got picked up here. I was going to take some off there, take some off there, and then leave like 1. So I probably would have did 2 at that high, 2 at that high, and then left 1 on to see if I can get up there with the other one being locked in profit somewhere, right? That's what and then looking at how price moved, then I would have, after hit that, I would have got stopped out in profit. But since I only had 1 full on because I was in the wrong instrument, I didn't have it set to MES, I ended up being in with 1 full, and you see how it ended up getting stopped out at the low of this candle right here. And on the video I was like, yeah, I should take the 5, whatever, but it is what it is. Now, for a quick summary of all the babbling that I just did, and because we got slightly distracted, run through it real quick in summary. So order block theory on the 60-minute time frame, it was taken based off order block theory, dealing with market and market maker models. Everything stems off the back of market maker models. 60-minute time frame, right? We came down into a 60-minute fair value gap, rejected off of it once, rejected off of it twice, closed very, very far. Nice rejection off of it, right? 15-minute time frame, We had initial consolidation, pushed down to a higher time frame PD array, started pushing back up to that consolidation. Still has not taken out the buy side, taking it out now, but we still hadn't taken out the buy side at that time. So we've come back to the consolidation, but have not swept the stops. Okay, 5 minute time frame, starting to look more and more like a buy model. Right, we got a 5 minute break in market structure here. Boom, 5 minute break in market structure. It's go time. 1 minute time frame. Okay, the buy model is starting to flesh out more and more and more. Now we're studying the order blocks. We're studying the order blocks to see if the order blocks are playing nice together. The order blocks are playing nice together. All right, we're seeing all the order blocks playing nice together, all the way from back here, coming down to the tick, to the order blocks, right? Came to the tick, to that order block, right? All the order blocks are playing nice together, right? Everybody from this side to that side, everybody playing nice together. So now we say, okay, the order blocks are in control. On a 5 minute, forgot to talk about this. We're anticipating this to be a 5 minute order block right there, right? We came back down, and then blast off. We're anticipating this down close candle spark buying. After we got a break in market structure, we're anticipating this to act as an order block. Why? Because we came up to an anticipatory reactionary point. That high right there had a temporary shift in sentiment. This down close candle right there, then we closed back above it, going back past the high. So now we're anticipating this to act as an order block, right? We push, come back down right there. It's acting as an order block because we get the rejection off of it. Now we're chomping at the bit. We're chomping at the bit looking for an entry because the order blocks are playing nice. And now our 5 minute order block is giving us what we want, right? We hit our 5 minute order block here. Right there, we hit our 5 minute order block right there. Push up. Once we push up, right, we come back down, right? Come back down, come into that order block there. We push up, right? And then we come back down. We reclaim this order block right there. Okay, so come down into this order block. We push up, right, with displacement. Once we get our displacement, we come back down and we reclaim this order block right there. See, price came down to an anticipatory reactionary point, temporary shift in sentiment, right? Now we traded above that, right? Then we came back down. We didn't use that order block right there. This order block here sparked buying. So this order block is, you understand this as this is a hedge to go long for smart money, right? So once we trade back up past it, now we're looking for opportunity to buy off of it, right? We trade up, we come back down here, right? And we trade into this order block, just regular order block, right? Because we got displacement right there. We trade into the order block. When we trade back up here, right, we come back down. This candle right there reclaims this order block, trades into the opening price of this order block where the hedging took place, right? When we started chomping at the bit, the hedging, they were already getting long. Smart money was already getting long, right? So that candle there reclaimed that order block. So when we pushed back up, right, guess what? This order block still hasn't done his job yet, right? He still haven't done his job. So when price took out this high to let you know, yeah, I want to keep going that way, but not just yet. I got some business to take care of. How do you know that, Tim? Because it went up, then it closed back below it. Yeah, I want to go that way, just not right now. I got some business to take care of. What business you got to take care of, Mr. 956 Candle? Oh, my brother over there, Mr. 958 Candle, is about to tell you. He come back down to the tick, hits that order block, and then push back up. So the order blocks are playing nice together. I feel confused. Is anybody as confused as me? And I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and I feel confused. Is anybody confused? Did I confuse anybody?
That's why you record, so we can re-listen.
You say that again? You say what now?
I said, that's why you record, so we can re-listen.
Who that, Sonny D?
Yes.
Stop hanging out with Deborah, man. Stop hanging out with Deborah. But I did record it. Anyway, moral of the story is order blocks are powerful. It's very complicated, but if you understand what to look for, you open up a powerful, vast, an abyss even of opportunity for nice trades, even during difficult times, even during chop. Even you just have to not get greedy. You just have to not get greedy. Like I showed you, if I would have been greedy and tried to hold full pull, I would have got stopped out. And then guess what? It still went to the full target. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because this is a difficult time. Let me see. Where's my right there? Look at this. You see that? You see that right there? It went to my full target. But if I would have been greedy and didn't scale anything inside here, I would have got stopped out for the loss. You know what I'm saying? I would have got stopped out for the loss, and it still went to my full target. Why? Because these are difficult. This is chop suey. It's chop suey time. So it's like there is opportunity in there, but you just have to know what to look for and don't be greedy. Double Dutch. Y'all can't see me right now, but I'm bopping back and forth like somebody getting ready to jump inside a double Dutch rope. Are there any questions for me before I end it? Now don't let me end it and then be like, oh, I got a question.
Does the order blocks work better on higher time frames?
They work the same.
Yeah, because you're saying it's chop suey now, but there's less order blocks higher. So is it less complexity?
It's it works the same. All I can say is it works the same. It's just like when you're on a lower time frame, it's going to be more movement, right? It's going to be more movement. On the higher time frame, it's less movement. So it's working the same. Everything is doing the same thing. It's just the back and forth. Remember when I said, like, if you got enough money, like the smart money, if you got enough money, like the Fed, you could just absorb all of that drawdown. Just like, let me see. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it to you. All right. So let's go to a daily chart. No, let's go to a 4-hour chart. All right. Because smart money, they're not going to be just banking all of their trading on just the intraday. Right. They're going to be using like higher time frames because they have to scale in, right? For example, you see this move here, right there. You see that move right there, that up move. Yeah, that up move and a big up move from here, like from there, right? Smart money was scaling into positions on the move on the way down. They were scaling into positions on the way down, right? So this candle right, this last down close candle right here, right, is responsible for most of this big move back up, right? Responsible for that big move back up, right? Smart money is buying on the way down, right? So we come back down again. We got this down close candle right here, forcing price up. We got this down close candle right here, forcing price up. Smart money is buying. They're buying on the way down. They're not buying when it's up. They're buying on because they're scaling in, right? Scaling in, right? Anytime you see price just react like that right there, that's a clue that smart money is scaling in. They're buying, right? So if you start buying here, right? You start buying there. This is the lowest place. Well, no, actually down here probably, but this nice beefy candle there, right? You're in at 51.74 trying to go long, right? Anything you didn't take off at this high as smart money, anything that you didn't take off at that high, right? When price comes back down, right, you're getting an opportunity to mitigate or add more, right? Because you're coming back down to that place there. You're coming back down to that place there, right? You're getting an opportunity to mitigate or add more. But anytime you see them down close candles, it's sparking buying, right? Now, and I say it's working the same, but you got to realize inside these higher time frame candles, you have lower time frame things that's doing the same thing, right? We're doing the same thing on lower time frames. So you're coming back down into, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's doing the same thing. You're buying on the way down, right? But it just see how it look on a lower time frame. You see how it looks more erratic, more moving from like looking at the 1 hour, right? Then if you go down to a 5 minute, all right, if you go down to a 5 minute, it's so much up and down, back and forth. When I start squeezing the chart up, you can't even see everything, right? But it's doing the same, because see, that's when I drew the lines over there. But look at all of this. Look at all of this moving, all this up and down, up and down, up and down. How many up and downs is in here compared to the 4 hour chart as right there, right? It's doing the same thing. It's just the moves are bigger, the moves are smoother, and it's less volatile in the sense of movement. Not volatile in the sense of like distance or range, but less volatile in the sense of movement. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah. So they're doing it's all fractal. Price is fractal, so it's going to be now. When it comes to, I can say this about the higher time frames, right? I can say this with about the higher time frames. Now, I don't trade off of, I don't make entries off of the higher time frame. I just use the higher time frames to as my support or resistance. All right, I use them as my support or resistance, meaning if I'm coming into a daily order block, right? Okay, let's go into this chop slot right here. Okay, and we say, I'm anticipating this. And when we, when I look at like the daily candles, I kind of focus on the bodies, right? And since like, let's just look at, like, see how we got this super long wick right here? We got this super long daily wick. Let's go into that, right? You can explore any PD array you want, but like, well, we'll just stick with the order blocks, right? So this whole candle is anticipated to be an order block, right? I like to put the focus on just the body on dailies because it's the higher time frame and the wicks do the damage, right? So I want to look at like the meat and the potatoes, what, what's the really real, right? But we can look at everything. So when we're inside of the, let's go back to the daily. It ain't coming through. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So now, God dog it, what did I do? Okay. All right. So this is a 60-minute chart. Let's get to when that day was over. I want to make sure when the day is over. So this is the day. All right. So we're looking at this day right here, the 11th, but I only want to highlight price action after it was over. So, but we're looking inside the body and the tail of the 11th after it has been done. Okay. So, looking inside the tail of the body of the 11th, we first came back into it on the 12th, right? And then we came back into it the 14th slightly in the afternoon. Then we came back into it on the 15th, right? So these are the times that we came back into that order block. All right. So the first time we came back into it was on the 12th during the London, right? During London, we came back into a 1 hour fair value gap right here. Traded back down into a 1 hour fair value gap right there. And then on this candle right here, we dropped down slightly below that low right there. We dropped down slightly below that low right there, then pushed back up. Yeah, taking out that low, still respecting this order block, still respecting this breaker over here. Came down. What is this? Is this consequent encroachment of this order? I mean, mean threshold of this order block. Yep, mean threshold of that order block right there. Right, if you do the bodies or the wick, we come down to mean threshold of that order block right there. Inside, this is remember, this is the red part is the whole order block, tail included. So we're down inside the tail at mean threshold of the entire order block, and it's lining up to mean threshold of this entire order block right here. Right, so this order block, right, these down close candles spark buying, right? So this order block is coming down to mean this wick right here coming to mean threshold of this hourly order block that's coming down to mean threshold of this daily order block, right? Push price back up. So then we come back down, touch it again. And when we touch it this time, we're coming back into that reclaimed order block right there. Right? We coming back into this reclaimed order, this wick, coming back inside this daily order block again. We're coming back to an hourly order block right here. This 3 p.m. order block right there from the 11th. Right? This is a 3 p.m. order block from the 11th, which is inside this daily order block from the 11th. So it's the same day, same thing, right? And same thing with this right here. From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is inside. This is from the same day. That's inside this because we're looking inside this wick, right? We're looking inside this wick on the lower time frame. And then this one here, this 3 p.m. Oh, my goodness. Remember time and price? TAPTA? Time and price, time and what is it? TAPTA, time and PDub. This right here is a 3 p.m. candle that wicks all the way down into a 3 p.m. reclaimed order block. There is nothing that happens by accident in price. My whole head just blew up. I'm just walking through talking about this, and my whole head just blew up because it just keep happening over and over. Okay, and then we come back to it again on this day here. We're respecting the consequent encroachment there. I mean, the mean threshold here, respecting the mean threshold there. Probably push down to something on the lower time frame that I'm not gonna go look at right now. And then we quickly get back above the mean threshold, right? Come back down to the mean threshold again. We tap the mean threshold, and then we go. But that's all inside this daily order block from the 11th over here on the lower time frame. So it's like so if you're looking at the daily order block, right? You had an opportunity to enter here. Your stop loss is below the order block. You entered, stop loss there. None of this paid you ain't pay no attention to this. Up, back down, up, you ain't paying no attention to that. Right? But intraday, got an opportunity to trade off the order block here, just the daily. Right? Got a chance to scale some. You had an opportunity to trade off it here. Really ain't get much chance to do nothing there. Got an opportunity to trade off it there. You know what I'm saying? Got an opportunity to scale some there. Now we're coming back down to it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's the same order block coming back down to it again. From when we was talking today, this time you coming into a 1 hour fair value gap, but we're coming back down to it again. This is the body. We still on the hourly, still respecting the body thus far. But, you know, I don't know. I kind of lost my train of thought in the middle of talking, but yeah. I just used that's what I was saying. I just used the higher time frames as my support and resistance. And then I go and look inside. That's what I was saying. I go and look inside the higher time frame PD arrays for what do I want to enter off of? Because this is my support or resistance to support or resist my thesis.